So in this video, I'm going to make a screen to cover all the lens and everything like that. Well, I know you've already got a lens cover in here, but I want to make another one just to fit into this groove. So I'm going to start with a sketch. Now, I want to sketch it on into here. Now, when I select, because this is two parts, it could give me problems. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to create a sketch plane to work on. So I'm going to choose the bottom of that inside edge, and I want to choose the inside edge there, and it's going to generate me a plane for me to work on. So I'm going to sketch onto that plane, and I want to work inside that edge. So if you look at it, it's not that edge, which is the inside edge, it's that edge there. All right. So I am going to project that edge, make sure I'm nice and straight on, and I'm going to go around and I'm just going to select carefully that edge. I might want to right, so I've selected that edge like that. And I want to say OK, and it should go that nice blue color to tell me it's a complete enclosed shape, and I want to finish that edge. Now I've got that, which I can then extrude, and I'm going to extrude it, let's say a nice round number to 5, like that. Let's have a little look at how that looks from above. Now I can see that that's sticking out quite away from the edge of my object. Now in reality, it would get damaged, and you'd probably want to recess it back into the inside of that cowl of that of the actual screen to give it a bit of protection. But I'm not that worried about that because this isn't real, is it? So I'm just going to leave it sticking out like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fillet that edge. Now again, I could just go in here, choose my constant radius, my fillet, and I could fillet it back in. So let's have a little look to see what that looks like inside. Again, I want to inspect perhaps as I draw. Now, again, that would be difficult. There would be nothing really holding it in place. If I pull it out to there, about 2.5 gives me something to locate into here. Now again, I could have the same little rubber seal ring in here holding that in place if I want to go to that trouble, but I'm not going to bother. But what I might do is I might instead I might put a variable radius on it. Now obviously it would be a nightmare to manufacture, wouldn't be realistic, but I think it could be quite an interesting little task. Again, it's getting used to the commands and knowing what you can do, so when you're doing your actual project at the end, you can think, well, this is how I would do this, or I'll plan to do it this way because I know I can do this. So I'm going to choose my variable. Now it wants to have positions for points to make it vary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go along, and where it's projected from a projected geometry before, it has these little corner points. So they're in the middle of each of the sections that I projected. And every time I click on one in the menu manager on the right hand side, it brings me up another set of points. Now from my little inspection earlier on, I've figured out that that's point 1, so it goes back the way from the way I started. So I'm going to start with point 2. Now I said it couldn't be any much more about 2.5, so I'm going to put in 2.5 as my radius for that one. And the middle point I'm going to bring in to maybe 0.5, and hopefully it'll generate it. It does. 2.5, I'm just going to work my way around. Yeah, that's fine. I've got 0.5. So the ones in the middle I'm making 0.5, and the ones on the corners I'm making 2.5, so it varies across the range of it. And let's have a little look, see how that looks. That looks quite nice. Let's have a little inspect to make sure inside's okay. Yeah, no problem in there. So I'm quite happy with that. Now, the only thing I need to do now is I need to shell this screen because it's quite chunky, quite thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into my screen cover and I'm going to isolate it from the rest of the work so I can work on it without anything else getting in the way. And I'm going to shell that to a thickness. Let's have a little think. What thickness do I want to make that? 1. Oops, I'm back to my 1 meter. Be careful with that. So let's unisolate that and have a little look at it, see what it looks like in place. Yeah, that looks quite nice. I'm quite happy with that. So that more or less is my head done. I have a hole put in for the neck to connect into, and I'll do that in my next video. Thank you.